Hi guys, my name is Chloe from Fitness Republic, and today in our PE lesson we're going to be doing Pilates. Now, your mums and dads and guardians may actually know what Pilates is because it's been around for so long. A gentleman called Joseph made this form of exercise in the 1920s, so that was years ago, so it's super old. Okay, and it's actually practiced all over the world by a lot of people. So not just people like me, your mum and dad, and some other kids that I teach, but also some famous people. So a lot of footballers, rugby players, gymnasts, ballerinas, swimmers, tennis players, they all do Pilates. And the reason for that is it's super good for your body. It keeps you nice and strong, and it also keeps you really flexible. And if I may say so myself, it's really quite fun. So today I thought I'd introduce you to some of my absolute favourite exercises to do and things that you guys can practice at home as well. Is that okay? Perfect. Now, I've got a little bit, let's say, a challenge for us all to do today, okay? Because I want to make sure that you guys are really super concentrating on what I'm saying. So whenever I do this, I want you guys to go, okay? So that could be at any point in the session. Shall we give it a go? Okay, so I'm going to go. Perfect, I heard you all. Let's do it again. Brilliant. Okay, so at any point in today's session, I'm going to go like this. You guys are going to go. No matter what we're doing, you're going to stop, and I want to hear you go. Brilliant. Okie dokie. So one of the first exercises that we always tend to do in a Pilates class is something called a roll down. And it's basically like trying to touch your toes. But there's a super great way of learning how to do this, because I know not a lot of people can touch their toes. I couldn't touch my toes at one point. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. And if you practice it every day, how I say, I guarantee you're going to be able to touch your toes at some point. So first thing we're going to think about is ice cream. Now, I know that doesn't sound like something that we talk about in PE, but it's really important today. So I want you to imagine that you have got in front of you a massive bowl of ice cream, okay? And you're holding it really close to your tummy. Now, I like mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I also am a little bit partial to a bit of chocolate sauce, okay? So I'm thinking of my favourite ice cream here. I might go have some in a moment after we've done our session because we'll have earned it. Okay, so I want you to think of your ice cream. You're going to have your feet directly underneath the bony parts of your hip. Okay, and you're going to think about just leaning ever so slightly forward because we're holding this really big heavy bowl of ice cream. I want you to imagine that you've got one of those ice cream scoops, and what you're going to do is take a massive scoop of your ice cream and try and put it on the floor. Now, I know this may sound a little bit silly, but I promise it works, because we're going to use something we call our powerhouse or our center. You may know it as your tummy muscles, and this is super important to get to the floor. So we've got our bowl of ice cream, okay? We're going to take our scoop. We're going to scoop up and then try our best to place some of that on that floor for me. Brilliant. Now, I can touch my toes. You might just be here, and that's fine, and you may need a bend in your knees. And we're going to slowly roll up. We're going to do that a couple of times. Take a big spoon of that ice cream and try and put it on the floor, even if you've got a bend in your knees. And then we're going to slowly roll all the way back up. One more time for me. Did you do it? Go you. Perfect. Just challenging you today. Let's see if we're all paying attention and can do our slap on the knees. Okay, last one. Take that big scoop of ice cream, and we're going to try and put it all the way down on the floor. Just hold here for a second. Perfect. And then we're going to bend our knees and come and sit on our knees for a second. Perfect. That was really good. Okie dokie. Next thing. Now, I know that some of you will have been watching things like David Attenborough to really learn about our animals, okay? And I was thinking about this today, about what my favourite animals are, and I've got two, and they really help me with some of my Pilates exercises. And the first animal that I absolutely love are tigers, okay? So we're going to think a little bit about how tigers move and how we can incorporate that into our Pilates PE class today, okay? So we think about tigers, they really like to prowl about, so they're really low to the ground, they keep their bottoms down, and they kind of move because they're going to go and try and catch their prey, and then sometimes they pounce forward. Did you tap your knees? Well done, perfect. Okay, so we're looking at those tigers. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have two versions of this exercise, okay? And it depends on how you feel on to which one you want to do. Okay, so sometimes I do the first one, sometimes I do the second, and you guys get to choose what you want to do today. Okay, so we're going to come onto our hands and knees to begin with. Hands are going to be under our shoulders and knees are going to be underneath our hips just to begin. And then you're going to walk those hands forward a bit. So we're coming to a little bit of a diagonal line. Now notice here, I don't have my bottom down here. I've got it lifted a bit, okay? And what we're going to do is just think about that tiger when it is going to pounce on its prey. So it'll be down here and it'll be waiting, it'll be thinking about it, and then it's going to pounce forward. Okay, let's try again. So we're thinking about it, and then we're going to go and pounce forward. Okay, keep that going. We're thinking about that prey in front, and pounce. Brilliant. Now, if you're feeling super duper strong, and don't worry if you're not, we can come onto our toes. Now, here's what I want you to think. No tigers just lazing around like this. They're really nice and high. Look how straight my back is. So I'm going to pounce backwards. So I'm going to go slowly back, bend my knees, and I'm going to go forwards to catch my prey. I'm going to take my knees back a little bit, take my bottom back, and go and look at pouncing forward. Let's do that again. Take that bottom back and pounce. Perfect. Let's take a rest. Give those wrists a little bit of a shake out because it's quite hard on those hands, isn't it? Now, let's have a look at another exercise. So, have you seen it when a tiger or a lion, because I like lions as well, they kind of prowl, so they kind of have that really nice slow walk. And that really goes quite nice with one of our exercises. So, option number one, we're on our hands and our knees, and what we're going to do is bring one foot forward as far as we can, like we're about to creep up on something in front. And then we're going to take it back, and then we're going to come forward with that other leg. Okay, so if I show you this way, so I've got a leg coming forward, I take it back, I got a leg coming forward, and I'm thinking about my prey in front. So let's try that one first. Are we all going to do that? Did you slap your knees? Good job. Let's go. So hands are going to be forward. We've got our weight on our wrists here, and we're going to just bring the leg forward like we're going to prowl and have a look at our prey to catch it. Perfect. We're going to come all the way forward. I'm looking forward. I'm thinking about catching that prey in front. Now, if you're feeling super duper strong, maybe we're on our toes and maybe we're coming forward with our back knee lifted. Keep that going. A few more. And relax. Perfect. Okie dokie. Well done, you guys. Oof, they're getting a little bit out of breath. Okay, so what else do tigers and lions do? Well, I know for a fact, because I watched David Attenborough the other day, that sometimes what they do is they chase their prey and then they jump up to catch it. Maybe their prey is going into a tree or something like that, okay? So we're going to look at how we can do that in a Pilates exercise. So let's have a look here. I think the best way to do that would be to do two of those moves together. We're going to do our little movement with our legs coming forward, but then we're going to pounce up. Did you slap your knees? Good job. Okay, so watch me first and then we're going to have a go, okay? See if we can do it. I'm going to face slightly this way so you can see me. So you could be on your toes, you could be on your knees. But what you're going to do is you're going to bring one leg forward, the other leg forward, and you're going to think your prey who's got up a tree, and you're going to pounce and then come back down. And then we're going to take one leg back and then the other. Okay? So we're going to really think about pouncing up because we're going to grab it. Okay? So we're going to do that a couple of times. You got it? Yes, you did it. Perfect. Let's do it again. Okay. So I'm going to come on my toes for this one. Right. So I'm creeping up on my prey, my other foot as well, and I'm going to grab it and bring it back down. And I'm going to get ready to do it again. Okay, let's go. Really quiet. Grab it and bring it back down. Perfect. Do a few more. Creeping, creeping, creeping. Did you slap your knees? Perfect. We got it. And again, one more. Go in. Go in. Grab it. Perfect. Well done. Hoofty, I'm getting hot. I'm going to have to take my jumper off. Okie dokie. Let's chuck that out of the way. Righty-ho. So that's my first favourite animal is tigers and lions and things like that. Another thing that I watched on a wildlife program is something about seals. And I really like seals. Okay, there's two reasons. One, they kind of look cute. But two, there is a Pilates exercise called seal. And I personally really, really enjoy doing it because it's a little bit funny when we do. So the first thing we're going to learn to do is something called roll like a ball. Okay? And when I think of seals and I think of the cartoons of them, they're always there with their like little bouncy ball, you know, clapping their hands together and chucking a ball up in the air. But we're going to learn how to do roll like a ball first, and then we're all going to give it a go and try and do the seal, which is a little bit different. Okay? Right. So first of all, make sure you have a mat, or if you don't have a mat, we're going to do this on carpet. And if for any reason you think, oh, it's a little bit hard on the floor, go and ask an adult if you could go and get some bath towels that you dry yourself off when you've had a shower. And we're just going to lie them on the floor for a little bit extra padding. Okay? Now, we're going to make sure we've got some room behind us and to the sides of us, because I don't want you knocking anything off. I do that sometimes because I've got to be right over here on this side. And before, I think earlier today, I knocked over my foam roller, so let's hope I don't knock it today. So we're going to come to the end of our mat, or at least where we have some room, and we're going to hug our knees in as tight as you can. I want you to try and roll yourself into a tiny little ball. Okay? Notice how my back is all bent, okay? And then we're going to go onto our tippy toes, and we're going to see if we can roll back and then roll all the way back up and then put the feet back down. Now notice I don't go onto my neck. I'm just going to my shoulders and back up. So can we give that a go? Let's roll like a ball, back and up. And we're going to go back, whoop, gonna do it, and up. And this time we're going to try and not touch our toes down. So we're going to keep our toes lifted. So here we go, let's try for two. We're going to go roll back. Can we stay? Can we not touch the floor? Boom, I did it again. One more, roll back. And roll up. Well done. Okay, so let's try the seal exercise, okay? You did it. I can't catch you guys out today. Right, let's have a look at the seal exercise. So a minute ago, we were like this, holding onto our legs. And for seal, what we get to do is clap our feet together. Okay, clap like a seal would clap. So you're going to watch me first, and then you guys are going to give it a go. Okay, so we're going to roll all the way back and hold. Clap, clap. All the way up. Clap, clap. And we're going to see if we can do this. Clap, clap. And forward. Clap, clap. You ready? Let's give it a go. And let's go again. So we go. Clap, clap. All the way back. Clap, clap. All the way forward. Look at me, I can do it today. Earlier today when I practiced this, I kept putting my feet down. Oh, there we go. And that's fine. We just lift it back up and try again. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. One more. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. Perfect. Okie dokie. Hoofty, I'm out of breath. So they're my two favourite animals, okay? And they're some of my favourite exercises to do because you can kind of pretend you're a tiger and you can really use some good muscles in your body. Okie dokie. Now, one thing I also like to do, okay, is swim. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to teach you the Pilates swim exercise. Now, if you're on a hard floor, I want you to be super careful not to slam your feet and your hands down, okay? Because we don't want to cause any marks, do we, on the adult's floor? We don't want to hurt ourselves. Okay, so we're going to give this a go and see what we can do. So you're going to come onto your tummies for me and have your arms reaching out in front of you and your legs behind. Now, first things first, I don't want to see anyone's bottom sticking up in the air. So what I want you to do is tuck your bottom under slightly. And I really want you to think about your tummy muscles because we need to make sure we're using our tummy. And what we're going to do is lift opposite arm, opposite leg and bring it down. And then switch opposite arm, opposite leg, bring it down. So we're going like a really super slow swim. And you can stay like this. But when I shout go, I want to see who can swim as quick as they can. Got it? Super. Okay, so let's start really slow. And remember, when I shout go in a second, we're going to go a little bit quicker. Go! Swim, 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 swim. Can we feel our tummy muscles? And stop. Perfect. Let's go again. Nice and slow. Beautiful. And go. Swim, 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 swim. Oh, and release. Well done. Let's just push up and over. Sit on our feet. Okay, we are nearly done with our PE lesson, but we've got one more little thing to do, which I love. Now, a lot of you will have heard of Simon Says, okay, and that's where I go, Simon says, touch your nose, and you have to do it. But if I don't say Simon Says, you're not allowed to do it. But if you do, no one's going to tell you what, are they? We're just going to have a little bit of fun. But instead of Simon Says, we're going to do Pilates Says, okay? Yes, you all did it. Well done. Okay, so we're going to play Pilates Says. And this means we're going to get some nice physical activity. And then if I don't say Pilates Says, you're just going to stand still. Got it? Perfect. Okie dokie. Let's all stand up to begin. And then we can play our game. Now remember, at any point, if you need a drink, you can go grab your water. Okay, so Pilates Says, jump on the spot. Pilates Says, run on the spot. Pilates Says, star jump. Touch your nose. Did anyone do it? I didn't think so. Okay, let's go again. Pilates Says, take a scoop of that ice cream and put it on the floor. Pilates Says, walk those hands out and come onto your hands and knees. Pilates Says, let's do our tiger pounce. So we're going to come back and pounce. Let's keep going. says, let's do our legs that we did with tiger. We're going to creep. Pilates says, let's try and do our jump. We bring one leg forward, the other bounce. Pilates says, run on the spot. Start jump. Did I catch you out? You guys are too good. Okay, let's do another one. Let me think. Pilates says, let's do froggy jumps. Pilates says, star jumps all the time. We're going to keep going. Pilates says, high knees. Get those knees nice and high. Pilates says, bum kicks. Hand on your head. Well done, you didn't do it, okay. Hoofty, I'm out of breath. Now, it is super important at the end of exercise to cool down, okay? So we're going to think about that big ice cream again. We're going to take a big scoop and try and put it on the floor and roll all the way up. Let's take another big scoop and try and put it all the way on the floor. Roll it up. Another big scoop. Put it all the way on the floor. Then we're going to walk our hands out. And we're going to do a Pilates exercise called cat and cow. So when a cat gets really angry, it arches its back up. So what I want you to do is tuck your head and bottom under, push your shirt to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring our belly down towards the floor and lift our head and bottom up. And again, we're going to go angry cat. And then belly down, head and bottom, lift. Last one. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is our tiger stretch. So you can have our knees down, maybe you're on your toes, but we're going to bring one leg forward and we're going to hold. And we're just going to hold it here for a second. And then bring it back, other side. Hold that for a second. And then bring it back. And we're now going to do our elephant stretch. Now, some people call this down dog, but in Pilates, we call it elephant. So we're going to give it a go. Okay. So we're going to tuck our toes underneath at the back. And I want you to stick your bottom all the way to the ceiling. So you're going to stick your bum up. Okay, notice how straight my back is. I want to see really good straight backs. And we're going to hold here. Kind of bending your knees. And I want to see who can gently walk their hands back in towards their toes. And we're going to roll all the way up. You did it! Well done. Thank you so much for joining me, Chloe from Fitness Republic, for your PE lesson today. And I hope you really, really enjoyed it. If you liked it, let us know, okay? See you later.